go.
Superleggera.
Superleggera.
Superleggera. Superleggera. No, start again. That was not the start.
Yeah. Ready?
Let's talk about the Superleggera.
Exactly.
Why is it what it is? Why is it so special and why is it so unique?
Difficult question and also easy question. Superleggera is just me kind of wanting to show off, go the extreme in what I can do and what we can do within when you have set a goal for yourself and wanting to raise the bar and you're getting bored with what is out there.
Yeah.
And this is my love poem to skating. That's what it is. It's just like me writing a letter to skating when I started. It's that this was ever going to be possible. It's only here because I never gave up. Yeah. I never questioned myself. This is following me 100% as towards my skating, how it goes over the year. You know how it is. Skating is always up and down. I have been skating 30 plus years. I have been in production of skating, working within skating so long. The ups and downs are getting bigger, because it is. And the Superleggera is, for me, it is the reason I love it. I still love skating. For me, skating has developed so much over the years, and I wanted to be happy inside with the stuff, with the gear I had. So basically, when I buy a motorbike, I want it to be special. When I buy a car, sure, sometimes you don't have the funds, but then you'll save up for that one special thing in your life. Yeah. And within skating, for me, because we produce everything, we develop everything, how do you set the bar in towards what you want? And that's basically being your worst critic to yourself and then not giving up. Because it is an achievement. If you have the opportunity, like you did, or you owned a couple of prototypes and everything, it is the way it is right now is on another level, like fully on another level. There is nothing, and I can say this without even questioning it or blinking. Yeah. There is nothing on the market that is made with this much passion. There is nothing on the market that is made with such a critique eye behind it, where I'm like going to Olga with the shell. I still see maybes, and it's sometimes it drives me crazy, and then it is so rewarding in the end when you finally put all the pieces together, building it up, we do every step we do ourselves, and then putting everything together, and it just, you need to see it in real life.
You really have to.
Yeah, and this is not something that can be made on a production line. I'm the production line. This is it. Yeah. It's amazing. It's as how it looks and how it performs. It is every time I put on like the Superleggera, it makes me happy. I'm like, yes, this is it. And people look at me when I skate, and we get older, and the kids are like, but that's the most honest opinion you can get as a kid. A kid will go to your car and be like, wow, this is a cool car. Kids come over and say, hey granddad, basically. Those are some cool skates, and that's what Superleggera is all about, to be honest. It's the Pinnacle of what we can do. And one of the hardest things for me was to say, okay, now it's ready, you know, because I would always continue trying to search for better, and yeah, we took our time. We took really our time for this one due to circumstances as well. But it needed a new home where it was going to be produced as well. So we said it's not going to work in the previous Adapt office, basically.
Yeah.
I needed the space. I needed a workplace built for this skate, and it took a lot of investment and risk. But in the end, like, it's double worth it. It is insane.
Now we're here, and the Superleggera is.
You were there with the first ideas, and I remember we have all the prototypes still, and it is crazy when we take out the boxes how many shells I've made. Like, and none of them were used because they were not good. Like, they were good, but like, I have this thing where it doesn't look like it's weird because I love handcrafted things, but I hate when it's flimsy. So when something is not, when the feel is not right, I hate it. It's like, I don't want it, you know. And that process took a long time, you know. And the first time we really, I think that it's like 4 or 5 years ago when I actually had the idea, like, this could work.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, even my first drawings of when I wanted to create some skates were full shell, like carbon, because I love carbon, you know. And with everything I do, there's always like sort of carbon thing involved, you know, and there's always something to upgrade. And yeah, this skate was just, it's been like a, we made, you know, we made we made 20 pairs of the first one. And we advertised it at that point, where it was, what if I was to build only one more skate, basically. And at that time, that was actually on my mind. Like, it was crazy because my mom passed away, my dad passed away already a long time. I was at this low point, I was working a lot, I didn't feel like everything was like 100%. I think you noticed when you were talking with me, I was searching, where is Adapt going? Do I keep following after all those years? You know, and sometimes I talk to old friends and, you know, hey, how's your life? They have kids and they have this. And I'm like, I'm skating. I'm doing the same as I did like when I was a kid. And but yeah, the entire process has been really an emotional process. So because of the first one, I actually was thinking about quitting. Totally, like I was like, this is it. My mom got to see the raw concept, and yeah. To be honest, I had an idea of like, this is gonna be the last one, and it made me, it gave me so much joy when I had it, that it took on a life of its own. It created a new logo. It created a new vision for Adapt. It created everything where we are right now. That's because of Superleggera, because of my, again, the fire, you know, and that's what this skate did, you know, and it's insane. And now it's the first one where it's like,
crazy. So it's a lot in the skate, not only another skate, but it's a story, it's a process.
Yeah, it is.
Is there anything you want to like say about? We already went to the past, to the evolution of what is this here. This is not the first try.
No.
Finished product, but
upstairs
it
all
took
the other tries. Yeah.
What was it?
Actually, it's an interesting story. Apart from the emotional involvement within how this came about, there is the process of building, you know, of creating the Superleggera, testing. You're part of the original test crew, which is me and you. And that helped me a lot. So I also want to thank you for just having an outlet, like showcasing, like, hey, I made this, check it out. And we had some laughs when I came to Germany and it broke because we made a mistake. And then it was like, oh, okay, let's go back and do it all over again.
And I also remember the day we went to the garage. I think it was night, green light in the garage, and the first time I stepped into a shell that looked kind of
almost, close to.
And it was like, that's something different. I never experienced something like that before. No. The look and everything else that followed. Yeah, it's something else.
Yeah, and it's so basically for the people that don't know, because we're heading like Superleggera, we live the lifestyle, let's say it like this. But so for the people that don't know, it's basically we made 20 pairs of the first Superleggera, where it was a bit of a controversy on how to get a Superleggera, which is part of how you get a Superleggera is part of. It's the step you have to do. You can't just go online, put it in your basket. You can try, but I was searching for the involvement of the customer, but not in the way of technical involvement. I would appreciate feedback, of course, always. But mostly I'm already this is what I do. So mostly I'm already searching, even if you just got your skate, I'm probably already trying to find something else. So the first 20 pairs that we made were the customer agreed on actually being part of the development and the prototype that is now here the final product basically. And the prototype was at a level where it's so much hand built that the process was really difficult for me to let go and said, okay, let's deliver these to customers because they looked amazing.
Yeah.
The only problem was the production process. I like to be 100%, it always needs to be perfect. And the process that we did, in a way we released it too soon, but we had to. And it had to be done because I could have gone another 10 years without releasing it, It had to be done. Customers were aware and they received something I put hours, weeks of working per skate. Yeah. All of them were hand polished, all of them were hand sanded. The amount of work. Yeah. I was just sometimes like cramped in my hands but I had to do this in order to go to the next step. And the next step was basically so we have all these customers that are really good customers to Adapt and very personal and dear to me. From some we got feedback, from others they're still riding the Superleggeras, the original ones. We can also maintain these skates, so basically sometimes we send one back, we bring it back to perfect condition, which I love. I love restoring.
Because it's worth the
effort. It is worth it, yeah, of course. It's a different skate. It's like a very nice bike and you get a scratch on it. And sure you can skate with that scratch, no problem, or you fall really bad. It happens. You're the example. And then we can repair it, so no problem. Even to the point where the customer thinks, no, it's done. No, I can fully rebuild it. It's crazy what we can do. And I like to always, I never do upgrade, so I like to keep them as in what the value is of the 20 pairs that are made. So the commitment with the customer was they had to do a down payment. And then basically we would have like a chat through email basically and kind of select if you're, I wouldn't say good enough. I would say if you're on the right track with what you want. if you're expecting a skate that makes you better, well, no, yes it will, but you also need the skill, of course.
Yeah.
But there's two customers for this. It's the one that likes the best skate out there and the most perfect skate out there. This is it. And then there's the connoisseur who knows what he wants and wants the best to skate, basically. And he doesn't have time to fool around, basically. Just like us. We don't have the time. We need to put on the skates. It needs to be perfect. 1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go. And there's no time to just have something that is bendy or whatever.
Yeah.
We just need the top, you know. But yeah, so the past has been really interesting for the Superleggera. And yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure at one point. Because at that time I was also looking into going into automotive. And we actually got some offers that were really cool. And at one point even they offered me like a full own carbon facility to work. And I turned it down because I was like, nope, this is my burden, like I'm gonna do this. And I saw a documentary at the right time, you know, stuff comes at the right time. When you're open, Olga was watching something on Netflix, and it was the guy who makes the ramen.
Okay, yeah.
And this sentence was like, this is what I do. I make ramen. And I was like, this is what I do. I make skates.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's basically, that clicked in my head. And I was like, this is what you always wanted as a kid. Now you're doing it. Keep doing it, you know. And yeah. So it's,
I'm glad you did.
Me too, yeah. It's amazing. The machine. Yeah, it's crazy.